Hello, this is Jim, your Keys bartender, coming to you from the Catch Restaurant here in beautiful Key Largo. Today we're going to be joined by Billy, as always, and John Deloche, who's still eating his meatloaf. He was eating a little too quick earlier. We want to thank the Catch. They got a wonderful happy hour, 3:30 to 6:30, with great drink and food specials. I'm also an employee here, but tonight we have Sean behind the bar. We have Pam and Holly on the floor. We have we have our friends here, Diane, Cheryl, Jen, and everyone else. And I labeled this one, foreign visitors. But I wanted to make sure people were worried. There was a lot of foreigners came in the last couple of weeks and became friends with a German couple. They came to a Rotary meeting in the morning, and I befriended them, and they came to the podcast, and they happened to be both physicians, one medical and the other in psychology. And she's one of the foremost experts in biofeedback for autistic people, and it's really interesting. This is the interesting part of foreign visitors, that you'd think that from a bartender's perspective, I'm going to go and say something and make fun of them. No, what I like about foreign visitors, I mean, anybody not from the Keys or not from where I'm from. I'm from Philadelphia, and
that's foreign to me.
Yeah, that's foreign from you. Where were you from, Billy?
Actually, I'm originally from New Jersey.
New Jersey.
But
I
grew up down in Georgia.
Okay. So. He grew up in Georgia. John's from New York, Long Island. But, when you run into people, foreign could mean anything. It could be in, the Middle East. It's just 50, 60 miles away. How people... What? Martians.
Sean can qualify
that's
for that
alien,
from time
not foreign. That's alien. That is alien. My wife is Polish. She's been here for over 26 years, Abby, and I currently have and don't say anything, please, and don't make it weird. I currently have a 20-year-old college student, young woman staying with us for the month. She's a very nice girl. She's going to dental school in Slovenia, and she's staying with us. So what I met the foreign visitors, I met this couple. They're German. They brought their family over. They're having a great time. I met, what are we talking about? Yeah, the Germans. I hung out with them afterwards for like an hour. We were talking. And then Sunday night, I met these people from Wales, and I did a brief interview with them. And the people from Wales, if you know Welsh at all, Welsh national language, they speak English because they're part of the United Kingdom, and they're just a small, oh my God, I don't even know what it's part of the United Kingdom, meaning Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Britain. And I apologize if I miss one of your other nationalities, but the Welsh have very long names for their towns, and if you ever get a chance to look at a international weather forecast and you see a British weather forecaster trying to give a forecast for any place in Wales, they're crapping their pants because there's 40 letters and there's like 20 L's all bunched together. So what I like most about the foreigners coming in here is, especially during the holidays, we have people come in on Thanksgiving. I used to work every Thanksgiving, and if you're from another country other than Canada, because Canada probably knows about it because they share a lot of our television, Thanksgiving, you have to explain to them that this is a national holiday here, and we eat turkey and mashed potatoes. And they say, well, how did it come about? And I said, well, it was the original settlers that came in, the English settlers, because we don't actually talk about the Spanish settlers for some reason that settled America. They did, and Plymouth Rock, and they had some trade with the Indians, and they had a couple, I guess, picnics together, and they called it Thanksgiving. And then before they seized all their land and broke all their treaties, and I apologize for that, but that's what happened.
They had a really nice
before we stole all their land, they had a really nice dinner, and they had turkey, stuffing, pumpkin pie, and
we
mashed
celebrate that
potatoes.
tradition in my family too. We get together on Thanksgiving, we have a really nice dinner, and then we set to massacring each other. It's
and take all their stuff.
Yearly family tradition.
No, but
we just
people,
get drunk.
People go, oh, so that you really were friendly to the Indians. I said,
there's
well,
alcohol involved. Yeah,
it
there's
is.
always alcohol
It is
involved.
what it is. And another thing is explaining the British measurement system, miles. Feet and miles, because everyone's on metric system. And I remember 48 years ago, 49 years ago, when I was a kid, we were going gung ho. Everyone was going to go. We were going to go metric. And we were studying the metric system like crazy when I was in 1972, 73. Billy, you're around my same age, right? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember the whole push for the metric system.
The whole push for...
Boy, that was a complete failure.
Well, it's not,
We
because
should have
now...
stuck with it. We really should have. We use it in kitchens. All the time we use it in kitchens every day.
Remember...
You can.
I know all my metric... I know all my metric system from Schoolhouse Rock. And compounding our adjectives.
That's the only reason that I know the preamble for the Constitution.
Yeah.
And if you ask me for it right now, I'd have to sing it to you.
I know. Well, you know what? Schoolhouse.
Becomes a law.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's it.
Schoolhouse
That's
Rock.
it. Schoolhouse Rock. It rocks. They were. Well, I'm just a bill. I don't know how we got there from foreign visitors.
Yeah, I'm just a bill.
But I always think of these people that come from different places, and they don't necessarily have to be from different countries.
Well, you know what? Ironically, people from Turkey don't know what Thanksgiving is about.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like,
They don't realize that's our... Turkey was, according to Benjamin Franklin wanted Turkey to be our national symbol. Did you know that?
The turkey?
The turkey. Yeah, he said the eagle.
Turkey.
The eagle was a cowardly animal.
Opportunistic scavenger.
Yeah, he wanted a turkey. He thought the turkey was a noble creature. That's Benjamin Franklin. It's known. It's how did Ron Burgundy say? It's a fact. But
I'm just surprised. This is some interesting shit.
Yeah. So with foreign visitors,
You're blowing my mind here, Jim.
Yeah, I know,
But you're blowing it wide open.
when I see people come in, I look for them. If they don't have a really great acquaintance with the English language, they may come walking in a room and they'll be looking at the restrooms. And I'll just go like this. If they're looking for restrooms, I'll point at the woman, I'll point at the women's room, and a man, I'll point at the man's room.
You never wanted to screw with them and just send a man into the ladies' room?
You know what? They're single seat, most of them, so I think you'd know. And I hope...
And if you sit in here on a Friday night, you watch enough of that going anyway.
On a Friday night?
And everyone thinks and people think they're so slick when they're drunk, like nobody...
They just walk in.
Like nobody sees them.
Everybody walks into that first one all the time.
Well, frankly, some nights I'm really happy that people are just using the restroom at all, and not that they're going. But when we get people in there, I'd like to make them feel comfortable.
Oh, let's not do bathroom
especially from the Keys, here in the Keys, since a lot of us, there are people that are born down here, but a predominant majority of the people are from someplace else.
Yeah.
So how can you treat someone that's coming into your environment? I mean, we don't have an overwhelming amount of people that are hometown, townies. Not like you would in a place in Texas, East Texas, let's say, a small town.
No, where nobody moves.
Yeah, nobody moves. Everyone's there. There's no new people. Here, there's tons of new people. So how could you not treat someone congenial?
I feel like there's a good blend of transplants like me and people who are born and raised here. I feel like it's kind of like a 50-50 split. No,
I think we're very welcoming here in the Keys, and there is a weird thing, and Billy probably can speak to it more. Billy, how long have you been down here?
I moved down here in '98.
Okay, I've been here in 2007, and there was a thing they said you don't become a conch, and a conch is that shell that you'd see people beside and blow
Yeah, I think
into.
they give you now 20 years and they'll call you a freshwater conch.
I thought it was 15 originally.
15, might be.
And 10, and they shorten it. They keep on shortening it because you know what? People are more transient than before.
Well, my whole neighborhood, half the street that I live on, nobody's there during the week. So a bunch of guys from Miami and Lauderdale that own property down here come down on the weekends.
I mean, we
like seasonal folks.
But we have tons of people from all over. We have a large expatriate German community down here. No, believe it or not, we have a pretty good. They own dive shops and things like that. And a friend of mine was a pilot. Peter was a pilot in the West German Air Force. He's retired. And when I went over to Poland the second time, I'm going over to Poland with Abby and Sky, and we're waiting to get in line. And there's Peter from my buddy in Miami, and we sat next to each other across the aisle. And we were drinking all the way from Miami to, I think it was Frankfurt, but we really didn't know at the end because we got everyone's drinks around us. There wasn't, I don't know what the drink limit was, but we exceeded it by several. But when we get foreign visitors, sometimes you think that people may want to try to make fun of the things they don't know, and they're maybe the way they don't understand our culture and things like that. But
nope,
I'd like to make them feel welcome.
Oh yeah, right up to I'll still laugh at them for socks and Puma sandals.
Well, that used to happen. That used to happen up in Europeans with socks. I did post that on my site.
I don't feel like that's a specifically European thing as much as it is just a I'm a lame human being.
I know they had it in Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore, you show up at the beach with shoes on and socks, and they call them shoobies. Shoobies. Oh, that's what they're called, shoobies.
Well, I don't think anyone should ever model themselves after anything they've seen on the Jersey Shore, but that's good. I like that.
Well, not on the Jersey Shore, but at the Jersey Shore.
It's funny that you were talking about
what foreigners. Wait, before we moved on, I wanted to talk about what people have made impacts on you from other places, and I have friends that are fishing guides in Alaska that come down here. And I'll tell you, Alaska is pretty foreign to us down here in the Keys. Think of an environment that's completely different with the mountains, the cold, the glaciers, the polar bears, and all those things. They do have an aquatic culture there, but it's not in the water as much. So, those people affect me. When I say foreign, it doesn't necessarily mean you're outside. And then we have wonderful people that work down here in the restaurants especially.
Yep.
And
I'm thinking Miami's pretty foreign to me.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, I'm from Brooklyn, and I feel like a foreigner sometimes.
Miami's pretty foreign.
You know what? I like Miami. It's a tropical city. Some people have, they have hard feelings about it. I think, that influence is what drives people down here. People like salsa. They like those things. Listen, if they wanted to come to New York and Florida, then they could have moved a couple million. They did try to move some down here, but they could have moved a bunch of them and established their enclave down here. And they became what it was because of the predominant culture at the time. Just like New Orleans was French, right? That's where you get the Cajun from it. The French settled Louisiana first, and you have that Cajun influence there. So Miami had.
I worked out of Bayou Labatt for several years, hanging out with a bunch of the Cajuns.
Yeah, Cajuns. They're a mismatch of people. France didn't provide a lot of settlers here. I don't know why they didn't, because they had a huge population. But French do come here now. You get Italians, we get Spanish, we get Venezuelans that come here, Brazilians. Brazilians are buying a lot of property. Obviously, we have. I hesitate to say that about Cubans because you know what? They're only 90 miles away.
Yeah,
we're separated by a little water.
Cuban population.
I know, but I'm calling them foreign because they're 90 miles away.
Yeah.
And you could be Canadian, and no one makes a big deal about Canadians, and they're over 1,000 miles away north because they're similar in culture. And I think what makes America great and makes Key Largo great is our embracing that differences in culture, and I enjoy it.
Here on the coast in South Florida, there's a huge Cuban influx in culture and population, and if you've been down here long enough, you just come to that's part of the culture.
Yeah, and you know what? I love my background, but I can also, when I go traveling, I can embrace someone else's. I love it. I have no problem. So, listen. We're going to move on from that unless you guys have any. Did you have any, like I said, anybody you would consider foreign have an impact that you found interesting recently?
You go down to Key West.
You want to have an impactful...
If you want go into a strip club down in Key West, you'll meet all sorts of Russians.
Well, I mean, the Russians, and you know what they got? They got a Polish grocery store down there, and when we're down there,
a lot of Eastern European girls working at the strip clubs now too.
Strip clubs.
I hear
it's
they're
always
attractive
that.
ladies.
It's not only that, and they also do other things more legitimate.
I'm sure. But when I go down to
like
Key West, I'm not going to other legitimate business.
I know.
I go down, I play a gig. It's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I usually stop by one of the strip clubs because that's about all that's left to serve me.
Are you married? Right.
Yeah. But that's all that's left that's going to serve me unless I want to go to the Order of the O.
Is that it? Like, wait, at that time, the strip clubs are the only ones that are
4 o'clock
open?
in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, because depending on where you're playing, you're not done. By the time you're done packing out, it's 4 o'clock.
Oh, man, how tough can it be to give it
closing time?
I know. Well, that's not the... Okay, Eastern European dancers I think. And there's a lot of Venezuelan girls, too, I think, stuff like that. But how about you, John?
I don't know about impactful, but I had a really nice British couple a couple of days ago. You know, they came to the restaurant. They came into Bumby's, where I'm at. Just a two-top. They were really, soft-spoken. They were nice. They were inquisitive. They were asking me, where they could find a good time, outside of just a meal. They were just nice folks, They
sat at the bar?
No, they sat at the table.
Okay. Yeah, when it's funny because you do the floor, too. And then when bartenders never refer to tables as two-tops. But I work the floor, too. Yeah, and then when I'm working when I work the floor, it would be like the two-top or four-top or 4 people and 2 people.
Yeah, because somebody at the bar, 2 people at the bar, you don't call them a two-top. It's I have 2 people at the bar,
Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to ask the people that are here in the right now in the bar, is anybody interested in tasting some wine?
Yes.
They are? Okay.
And the hands start shooting up.
Are we all 21 and older?
Well, they're all sitting at the bar with their mixed drinks.
You got some pretty big beards for that, so I guess that would be. Okay, I'm going to talk about them, and then we're going to go and pass out some samples, okay? Right now, what we have is some a wonderful selection, actually 2 selections. We have a Sauvignon Blanc. It's a Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, and just to give you a little rundown, we're going to go and give you a little taste of that. John's going to go over a little description on this. Do you want to, John?
Yeah,
tell me about this.
Oh,
they get a great rating in Wine Spectator. I'm going to go and pour some for you guys.
All right, so Jim's going to walk around and make sure everybody gets a taste of this deliciousness. We're going to start off with the Sauvignon Blanc. This is a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, Marlborough. And the grapes were selected from vineyards in Marlborough's Wairau Valley and the neighboring Awatare Valley. Fast-draining alluvial looms over gravelly subsoils in these valleys provide ideal growing conditions for our Sauvignon Blanc. Individual blocks were targeted for their strength and overall contribution to the blend. The vines ranged in age, up to 14 years, bringing a mix of youthful vigor and depth of flavor.
I love wine descriptions. They're so much fun.
Oh, it's almost like they're too descriptive.
You know what I mean? I always
prefer
beer descriptions. I mean, you have, I see Luke over there drinking a Stella. Really nice, tastes like beer. Calms the thirst.
Here we have a proper light ale.
Then if you're out in the yard working all day, or I've been redoing the porch, if you're up and down the ladder all day, you get done. I come in, I don't want a Stella because it sits too hard. I want something like a Bud Light. I want something that's watery that I can drink 6 or 7 and suck down some water real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, wine's not so much of if I knock down 6 or 7 wines, the only thing that's going to be enjoyable is I don't know, a couple of Advil and some sleep.
Well, it looks like everybody's liking it. I'm seeing some smiles over there.
I am seeing some positive reception here.
I was like guys are always funny because you give us a glass of good wine, and of course, first of all, most of us that are beer drinkers know nothing about wine.
Yeah,
you give us a nice wine, and also, you see the eyebrows go up and go, hey, this ain't bad.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is interesting. This is enjoyable.
I could actually put back a bottle of this.
But we're not going to sit here and talk about its fruity notes or its tannins. We're just like, oh, this is good. I will drink it.
Like I said, this is a good cup of wine. Okay. I can sit here and put back a bottle of this.
Well, apparently the Sauvignon Blanc.
Do you know? Are you? Wait, no. Okay, folks. I'm just jumping in there. There's a Sauvignon Blancs and Pinot Grigios. We're going on a Pinot Grigio. The Pinot Grigio comes from the Pinot Gris grape. Sauvignon Blanc is more of a French. It's more acidic, crisp. Where the Pinot Grigio is a little sweeter. and you have a fuller taste in your mouth at the end.
I don't think
Both
Jim
of them are
was
really
satisfied
good
with
with
my explanation.
our salad. They're very good with light preparations, but this is my opinion, only my opinion. You should drink what you want to drink. For any meal. If you don't like red wine, don't drink red wine. If you like white wine, drink white wine. You can have white wine with a filet mignon. You know, that's just the way everyone's taste buds.
I can have Jim Beam with fish.
Okay?
I could have Jim Beam with nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately, you start having too much Jim Beam with nothing. That's where the troubles start. We got a Pinot Grigio coat up.
All right, we're moving on to the Pinot G. And here we are. It's a 2015 Pinot Grigio. It has aromas of melon, kiwi, and golden apple. Crisp and lively on the palate, it offers lush tropical fruit and citrus flavors, balanced by a pleasant minerality. Stellina di Nati, meaning, quote, little night star, comes from the Veneto in the northeast Italy region, a region renowned for its Pinot Grigio grapes and beautiful night skies. It's smooth, it's silky, it's pleasant on the palate. And you better keep it away from me because I got to drive later.
So, Pinot's a white, right?
Yeah, Pinot's a white.
Okay. What's up there, Luke? How you doing? It works pretty good. I had Luke over here staring over, looking at my audio workstation, having fun, and looking to play with stuff.
And Bill, that's you right there, right? That's
yeah, that's me down at the bottom.
That was that loud one
there
right
go.
there for a second.
We got Jim out there wandering around, filling people full of some Pinot Grigio.
Full of sweet,
that's
Pinot.
a sweet one, you said?
It is.
I would have to actually give that a little try.
It's an Italian Pinot.
Yep. And the other one was from New Zealand?
I don't know about the Marlborough.
The Marlborough. I thought that was from New Zealand.
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay.
4 out.
Yep.
But the one that he's handing out now is an Italian Pinot. It comes from grapes that are sourced from vineyards all the way around the Alps, all the way down to Sicily.
Oh, that's
wow,
fun.
They're getting them all over the place. They harvested all of the Pinot grapes from Veneto at the cup for spicy
I laughed so hard.
fruitiness.
I was in Italy, this is years ago, and I thought I was getting a cheap bottle of screw top wine for some lunch. Ended up being a bottle of grappa.
Did we go
Grappa.
to...
Oh, my.
Okay, so...
Oh, here's Jim back.
I know, I'm done. No, I just want to make sure we're covering because we got those... our distributor came through it, and we want to make sure we push it. Did we mention the regions they come from?
We did.
Okay, and then northern Italy.
Yep.
And all that.
Parts of Sicily.
Did we mention the loamy soil and the gravelly soil of the? I think it was the Marlborough, the Kim Crawford, and he mentioned these signatures of the taste that you get on both of these wines. You'll notice that there's a citrus base to it, but on the Sauvignon Blanc, it's more, what's the word? The word is herbaceous. Herbaceous is the grass and the crispness on it afterwards. And so with the Pinot Grigio, you got the more, the fruity sweetness from it. That'll hang on more after the end.
You know, I just tried the Pinot Grigio, and that's very pleasant. It's nice and smooth. It's fruity. It's light.
Yeah, I'm going to bring another bottle
It's,
or two there. So.
You know what, that Pinot is. Yeah, I could keep going on that.
Try here. You want to try it again?
I want to try the Blanc, actually. I haven't had the
Try
Blanc.
the wine. The winemaker's notes I try to follow all the time on these things here. Luke, come on. You can come and sit down with us if you want to. You don't talk about wines too much, do you?
I know nothing about wines.
You know anything about whining?
World-class wine.
Okay, we got to bring him in.
He can wine some. Yeah, here. Sit down talking to the mic.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, hey, sit with me. I got a power mic right over here.
Oh, man, down. Oh, goodness. But we're not broken.
Not broken.
Well, we're going to...
This is why we don't have nice things.
Yeah.
Gravity's only a theory.
Yep. I blocked it with my foot. I did a Pele move with my glass.
You know,
There you go.
gravity is always bringing us down.
The glass was going
That's
right
the
down.
truth.
So,
You know, if it weren't for copyright
Luke,
stuff, we get
sit in here.
a little bit of song there.
What, about gravity?
Gravity. Excellent. We're going to put Luke in the dry seat over there.
That's it. Jim is out. He's been pulled in the 5th inning. Things were going well, but he just started throwing them away.
He's got alcohol abuse going on. Luke, how you doing?
Give him a second. He's getting prepared.
He's trying to get those headphones over the cowboy hat.
You got to, but you got to take off the cowboy hat. Oh no, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I got a set of earbuds over here. So. Where are you playing tonight, Luke? You over at Pilot House?
Yeah.
Got Uncle Smokey going on?
No, it's just myself, Rob Garza, and Jamie on the drums.
Hey, how's Rob doing?
Good, man.
Tell him Bill says hi.
I'll do that.
I haven't seen him for. I see him every once in a while driving around and wave at each other. Hey, how you doing? Going the opposite direction. So what was that?
I'm cool.
What are you guys doing? 7 to 10?
6:30 to 9:30.
6:30 to 9:30. And it's a gorgeous night tonight. No rain, no electrical storms.
Assuming that we actually start on time.
Yeah, 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then ending on time is always a trick, too. Well, actually, not over there. 10 o'clock, you're pretty much done. Yeah. They start pulling stuff out of the walls. They're right across from residential stuff. So
I wouldn't start setting up until the sun goes down. It's hot out there, man. Hey.
I did, last week I did a double on Saturday, and one was at noon, the other was 5. So I'm hauling stuff around from 4 to 5, setting up, breaking down. I was just like, why did I sign up for this one?
Well, this time of year, I don't even know why I bother taking a shower, because you get out of the shower.
You walk right back outside.
You go outside and you're soaking wet again.
Yeah. Did anybody introduce Luke?
Yeah. Well, not properly. We said my buddy Luke.
I guess we didn't give him a proper introduction.
Billy can do it.
I got Luke Glenn here for the past few minutes. Friend of mine, fantastic guitar player, plays with Uncle Smokey. He's been down here for years.
So when I first got down here 10 years ago, Luke and Kim were some of the first two people I met outside of the immediate circle.
What, you stumbled into the Caribbean Club one night?
What?
You stumbled into the Caribbean Club one night?
Yes. No, but we hung out. We had a great time. Luke was really easy to get to know. I love the guy. Let me get you a Stella, I guess. I should get it.
That would be awesome, man.
Yeah, Sean. There's Sean.
Yeah, just a bunch of them.
While you're doing BWRUN, beer.
Speaking of whining, I recently gave up my smokeless tobacco habit, which has been a pain in the ass.
Smokeless tobacco? Were you chewing?
No.
Dipping Copenhagen since I was 9 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
What prompted you to give this up?
Yanking out half my teeth was, that'll inspire you. And I figured, well, I couldn't really dip anyway, so
you'd have to go with Bandits or something like that.
I'd made it 3 weeks.
And if you're going to do Bandits, you might as well not do it anymore.
And, but I thought it would go away. The Jones does not go away.
No, it takes a while.
And when the old lady starts bitching at me, I really start jonesing hard, When a cop gets on my ass when I'm driving down the street at night, it makes me jones really hard.
You have your triggers, the things that's like, fuck, man, I just want to pack a lip right now.
Some triggers are worse than other triggers, it's like, before I tote equipment, I usually have a pinch of snuff, but that's okay. Before I drive.
Yeah, oh man, like we were talking about earlier before we introduced you, man, this time of year down here, it doesn't matter what you do. You walk outside 5 minutes, you're soaking wet.
Soaked to the bone.
Sitting there, we're on stage all the time, and you got stage lights. Of course, everything's going to LED now, so it's a lot more comfortable.
Okay.
Oh, Jim looks like he's coming back.
I don't know. I don't want to cut anything because I can't hear what's going on. Okay?
You're fine.
Am I cutting off
come on in, man.
Okay. I want to thank, we're not closing out. I just want to thank again the distributor. I'm not supposed to mention they said don't worry about mentioning the name. No. Hey, Luke, you don't have to leave. Did I cut you off?
That's it. Jim came around, and now all the fun is over. Wow.
Okay. So, no, I want to tell Lena.
The street walks up, and all the musicians get up and leave.
You know what? I have great respect. I think you know the respect I have for musicians. I love
We're just pulling your chain, Jim. It's okay.
Oh, I know. I know. I just wanted to reiterate. So I want to thank you, Stellina, Note Day, and Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc. Excellent wines, and it's great. And remember, they're offered here at the Catch. And since we have a great selection of seafoods and also other alternatives. So we're not just a seafood restaurant. If you don't eat seafood, we have chicken, we have meat, we have, we have vegetarian platters. They're not called vegetarian platters, but they're all vegetables. That would make a vegetarian platter, I think.
Fantastic meatloaf.
Good, great. It's meatloaf night.
Oh, my favorite's still the chicken wings. Chicken wings here are fantastic.
Billy just talks about the chicken wings all the time here.
I don't know, man. They have a respectable meatloaf.
The meatloaf, on Monday they have a chicken pot pie. And chicken pot pie is not what you think that, but I'll tell you, it's awesome. It's a homemade chicken pot pie. It's huge and it's delicious. On Tuesday night, they have spaghetti and meatballs. And at night, it's Mexican night. And sometimes when people come in, when I'm filling in on Tuesday, people go, I'll have the spaghetti and meatballs, and I'll point to the Mexican night. I'll ask them if they're Mexican, and they'll say no. And they say, you can't have the spaghetti and meatballs. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. It's me making a joke. It's spaghetti and meatballs all day, and they're delicious.
My wife and I had my wife and I had the flautas last week for Mexican night. They were fantastic. It was so good.
The what? The flautas.
Flautas.
Yeah. Oh, the flautas. Okay. And then, so we're covering it. So Monday night, chicken pot pie. Tuesday, flautas. Yeah. It sounds like a German, the flutist. The flautas. Flautas is a flutist.
Is that not the same thing?
Flautas.
Same thing?
Luce, explain it. It's a fancy way of describing a flutist. So we got Thursday night, we got the turkey platter, barbecue night. Turkey platter, we got barbecue chicken. And Friday night, we have the primary. I think we did enough with the... boy, I'm really pitching the catch. But I have to pitch a catch.
Just keep mentioning the meatloaf. Just keep mentioning.
Hey, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
You want some wine?
Getting called out on the show.
Hey, let's pour these girls some wine, John. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice glass of wine. Thanks for coming out. Oh, wow.
Would you like to try the Sauvignon Blanc or the Pinot Grigio?
The Sauvignon Blanc.
They're both pleasant.
Very nice. I like a you. Okay. We were going to our mid-show promos, and now for a section we're going to call spoiler alerts for those who have been out of touch. Perhaps you were in a coma, prison, solitary confinement, lived on a religious commune, or let's not forget the alien abductees.
The spoiler alert is super late, but Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father.
That's right.
Sorry, people.
Yeah, if you were out for that would be almost 40 years, or it'd be 38 years. It was wait, John, we could give him like a. Okay. If you were, let's say you all have been in, let's say, in an Eastern European prison or a Turkish prison for drug possession since 1989 on Seinfeld. They all went to prison. On Seinfeld. Okay. You were abducted by an alien race. At least 10 years. Sopranos in 2007. The Soprano family in a diner goes black. The screen goes black as a supposed hitman approaches the table. And that's the end of the show. Okay, here's one. You know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you this one. What? Oh, the Journey song, Don't Stop Believing. It's the same song they played at the Clinton campaign. You know that? I love Bill, man. I don't care. Okay, I'm going to tell you one at the end of a series. Does anybody guess it? Cheryl, listen up. Cheryl? Can you get this? Okay, this whole series, this is the ending of a series. The whole series was the imaginings of an autistic boy staring into a snow globe with a replica of a building that the show was named after. Do you know the name of that show? It ended in 1988. The whole series, it was like 6 years.
If I didn't already know the answer to this one, I would not know the answer to this one. Like, nobody's getting
Billy, say it.
Can we give a hint?
Yeah, you can say
George Clooney was a doctor.
Yeah, George Clooney was a doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
St. Elsewhere.
St. Elsewhere. They did this whole show, and at the end of it, they tied it together by saying,
I didn't know George Clooney was on St. Elsewhere. I thought he was on Grey's Anatomy.
No.
Oh, was it ER? Oh, okay. Well, I actually knew the snow globe thing, but I don't know who's on the damn
Okay,
show.
St. Elsewhere. St. Elsewhere was...
Like, that was the answer, though. Like,
was that Denzel Washington?
did anybody watch Lost? Lost had a very dissatisfying
I got
ending.
another one.
Lost,
another one. Okay. One of the main characters is murdered through collusion of supposed Confederates and then brought back to life. Now, this isn't the end of the show. This was a couple seasons back. It was the end of the season. One of the main characters was killed.
Come on.
But he was brought back to life.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
it's not... What? Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but you're talking-
I would have always... yes, the Game of Thrones. I would also accept the New Testament. Jesus. Right?
Yeah.
Get it?
I'm pretty sure Luke doesn't have
No.
a TV
Jon
either.
Snow, Game of Thrones.
No, but Jesus. He
Yeah.
was killed by his friends. Okay. Oh, my God. I just lost the Southern Baptist as a sponsor. No, as a sponsor. I don't think they're going to sponsor me.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh, and drinking wine? Okay. Okay.
Well, you know the old.
Are there any particular endings of shows that left you really disappointed?
Bloodline.
Bloodline?
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Really, I haven't seen it.
I haven't
Actually,
seen one episode.
my wife sat me down to watch.
Sons of Anarchy.
What?
Sons of
Sons of
Anarchy.
Anarchy.
I hated the way they ended that show.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's almost like that they didn't know it was going to go on as long as it was going to go on.
I like how we're all over talking on each other because that's what a bar. No, that's what a bar is all about. John, that's what a bar is all about. Okay.
They tried to pull that whole like on Bloodline. They tried to pull that whole like that Fight Club ending. You know, like it was you all along. You're crazy. Like
What's the first rule of Fight Club?
Nobody talks
girls.
about Fight Club.
oh wait, no, yeah, don't talk about Fight Club.
Oh,
Duh.
oh wait. Get my headphones. I like the headphones because it makes my ears.
Lost had a very dissatisfying ending. Sons of Anarchy had a very dissatisfying
Never seen Lost.
ending. No?
Nope.
Don't
No.
start.
You know what? When I was
Or
growing
just
up,
watch the first 2 seasons and then never
Speed
watch
Racer.
anymore.
They never tied up the end. What was the deal between Trixie and Speed Racer?
I think Trixie was that withholding chick who like never gave it up to Speed Racer, no matter how many races he won. You know, like I think she was kind
But
of.
wait, Trixie was kind of like a stepdaughter of the father. So how could he do something like that?
You know, I'm not remembering.
That was
this
smart.
one.
I'm,
That was like
I'm
Marsha.
trying to remember. Weren't they like brother and sister, or stepsister, stepbrother? Hey man,
Luke from West Virginia, he says all bets are off when it
That's
comes
it.
to brothers and sisters.
Thank you.
grew up
But
in
you know what? It wasn't first relations. I think she was kind of like adopted almost.
Well, you know what? Speed Racer was a
Even better.
Japanese cartoon, and everyone knows that Japanese people.
No,
were
whoa. Wait, we labeled the episode.
I'm joking. I'm joking. These are all
We're not
jokes.
saying that about Japanese. Japanese are very honorable people. We'd like to thank Emperor Hirohito or his grandson for being a sponsor of this show. Just kidding.
not anymore.
Tim, I apologize for any any
I think
subscribers
it's
I
called
lost
the-
you in the Far East.
I think they're called the chrysanthemum seat, or whatever it is. That's their family flower or something like that. The chrysanthemum.
I don't have a family flower. You got a family flower?
Well, that's it. I think. Hey, listen, we're gonna go and
yeah, it's a poppy.
listen. Let's wrap this show up. I'm gonna do my thank yous for
shit, you got
everyone
the
that
good
showed up. But let's start with Billy. Billy, what are you doing this week?
Oh, let's see. I am tomorrow night. We are here at the Catch with Cody James and the Keybillies.
Okay.
Friday night, I will be here at the Catch with my good buddy Captain Josh. We'll be doing a bunch of Key West music. Saturday, it will be Cody James and the T-Billies at Shipwrecks up the road from, that's a daytime show. We'll be out sitting in the sun scorching. That's from noon to 4, I believe. And then every Sunday, Sweetwater, good Americana band doing a lot of, we'll be doing a lot of Glenn Campbell this weekend because unfortunately Glenn Campbell just died last night.
Oh, Glenn Campbell, man. I love that guy. I love Glenn Campbell.
So Patrick and I know probably about 30 Glenn Campbell songs between the two of us, so we're probably going to do a whole set of Glenn Campbell.
Okay.
Great.
It's up to you now.
Luke, where are you going to be, man?
Tonight I'm at Pilot House. Thursday night, Alan Truesdale and I at the Blackwater Siren. Friday night, Alan and I at the Ocean View. Saturday night, Uncle Smokey Band at the Caribbean Club.
And Key Largo.
And I forgot what's going on after that because I didn't smoke enough today to remember everything.
Hey, Luke, man, you got to remember all that music. Okay, we're going to go to John Deloche. John. John's a great bartender, but he's also a sous chef, but now he's working as a bartender right now. John, where are you going to be at this week, and tell everyone where you're going to be?
Thursday through Monday, I'm going to be attending bar down at Bumby's in Islamorada, mile marker 81.5, and you can come and see me for any number of fun specialty cocktails or just an alcohol-fueled adventure through time and space.
Or you know what? There's Shirley Temples. There's an option. You go for Shirley Temple.
Yeah, we have great oysters. You know, great raw. We have a great raw bar. We have an excellent little menu.
Oh, the green. Okay.
There is always the green alternative.
Yeah, okay. I understand where you're coming from. This is Jim, your Keys bartender. First of all, I want to thank once again the people that provided our sampling for the wine today. Stellina Denote, Pinot Grigio, Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc. I want to thank
and they were delicious.
Joe Lombardi, Mosquitories Natural Mosquito Repellent. I want to thank also the Catch Restaurant here in Key Largo. You get great food, great service, and not a high price. And I'll be working this week on Thursday. I'll be working the radio show upstairs at Bumby's at 81.5 mile marker. And Friday all day, I'll be working the bar here at the Catch in Key Largo from 10:30 to 11:30. Yeah, I am the man. I can work 13 hours on my feet.
Yeah, Jim.
Saturday night I'm working Bumby's. Sunday night I'm at the Catch. Jerry, come on over here. Jerry, come over here. Jerry, I'm going to have a little Spanish lesson here. Monday I'm working a double. I'm working a double 10:30. Jerry's my friend and he works with me all the time. And Jerry's going to he's giving me Spanish lessons. Jerry, say something in Spanish and I'll try to interpret it.
Something about brothers.
Jerry's trying to say I'm his father, I think.
No,
and I'm not his father. Oh, his brother? Oh, okay. ¿Dónde está las mujeres? Allí. Okay. Well, Jerry, thank you very much. You know, Jerry is a thank you. It wasn't for Jerry, I wouldn't speak Spanish as well as I do right now. Thank you very much, everyone. This is the Keys Bartender signing off right now. And thank you, Billy, John, and Luke. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll be back later next week. And there'll probably be a short episode on the Keys Bartender Live Extras. And remember, also, follow us on iHeartRadio, Intune Radio, or TuneIn Radio, Google Play. We're on iTunes now. We're on iTunes now as of yesterday. We're on several other ones, Pocket Cast, Blueberry, Stitcher. And please follow us, and we'll be doing, to my Polish fans, Kohemcha, to my Welsh fans, I don't know any Welsh, I apologize, but let's have a piss up together. Goodbye.